Hi friends, my name is Heather. Thank you for clicking on my video today. So this is going to be a collaboration video with my friends Mrs. Gigi and Sylvia D. And their channels will be linked down below in the description box. And this is called Hashtag Thursday Crafty Friends. And if you have never seen our videos before, what we do is we have like a word or a theme, or we all use the same item each week and do something creative. And this week the word was beads. So I was thinking about making a tassel and adding beads, or there's so many things you can do with beads. But I was talking to my friend Amanda from Cooking Up Crafts, and I was like, I have to use beads tomorrow. I don't know what to do. And she said, you could make paper beads. And I thought, yeah, let's do that. That'll be fun. I've only made paper beads one time before today. I made a few here. So thank you, Amanda, for giving me the idea to make paper beads. That was a good one. And her channel is called Cooking Up Crafts, and I will link it down below in the description box. So far I've made these beads with Painty paper, and I just put them on this stretchy string so I can kind of keep them together, and then maybe I'll hang it somewhere so they don't get squished or anything. So these are what I've made. Let me try to get them up there a little closer. Okay, so I did do some jelly prints over the weekend, and I have a lot here, just a bunch of different ones. And this one here I already cut and I used for one of the beads that I made, and I used this one and this one. So we have all these prints here, and I thought it would be fun to use these. My daughter actually did her first jelly print. Gretchen, she's 13. She did this one. That's her first. So I've got a bunch of different ones here. Ooh, I got rainbow. So let's use that. Now you can get all professional-ish, and you can use a cutting board and an X-Acto knife type thing. This video is not for children, by the way, because we do dangerous things here sometimes. But you can do that with a cutting board and an X-Acto knife or something like that, and you can make sure you're getting it straight. You can use a ruler. I started doing it that way and realized that's just not for me. So I'm just going for it. Like, I just like to... I mean, I haven't made these a lot. Like I said, this is only my second time. But I just like to take the paper and find which way I want to go. And you just kind of cut and make a very long triangle type thing here. And it depends on how big you want your bead as to how wide you cut the paper up here, because the bead is going to be this long, like that big, you know what I mean. So if you want a smaller bead, cut it smaller. If you want bigger, I think those bigger ones are like called oval beads. If you want those, you would, you know, cut it bigger than this, and then you cut it all the way down so you get something like this. And I am not trying to make these perfect. I'm just making them with paper, painting paper, jelly prints, and I'm having fun. I had put this down so you could see the beads better. I'm going to set that to the side. And I have some homemade Mod Podge here. And you can use a toothpick if you want the beads to be small on the inside. Or I have this little thing here that I used for some of them. I think it was supposed to be some kind of a scoring thing. I don't even remember, but I've used that too. So let's just get started here. Maybe you would be able to see better if I did leave this on here. Okay, so you take your long little triangle for this one. I'm sure most of you have made paper beads before. You've all seen it. It's nothing new. Nothing I came up with myself or anything. We're just doing it for fun. Set it as using beads. We could make some. I know my daughters would probably have fun doing this, so I'll have to see if they want to. Why did I get that out when I wasn't ready? Okay, so you just start. You get like a skewer, I don't have any, or a toothpick or whatever you want to use to roll it. I think there's people that have used straws also. So you just do that, and I've got Mod Podge here, and I'm just going to put some on. Well, it's homemade, but same thing. I'm just going to put some of that on and start rolling. Get a little bit more. I don't think you actually have to use this much Mod Podge. You just have to, you know, you can use glue and just glue it a little bit. I've been using Mod Podge, well, the homemade, and then at the end I'm putting Mod Podge all over the whole bead. So now we're getting to the end. I want to make sure there's quite a bit there so it goes on there, it stays. You can always use other glue if you wanted to. So whatever you want to do, basically you're just cutting long rectangles or long triangles and rolling it, and then you can put Mod Podge on it. I think some people actually dip them in embossing powder and use the heat tool, and it makes them really shiny and stuff. So you could do that. There's all different kinds of things you could do. So here is my bead that I just made. Hopefully you can see it. It's like a rainbow type bead, and you can leave it to dry. You can use an egg carton and, you know, have it where it's in the middle, set it there to dry like that. If you do it on a toothpick, if you want a smaller center, you can have the bead on there and you can put it across there, and it kind of just holds it, and you can let it dry. Most people probably let it dry before they pull it off, but I don't always do that. So here we go. Hopefully you can see it. There's my little bead. I'm just going to set it over here to dry because I'm not picky. So we've got a rainbow one. Now let me see. We use that. Let's use, I'm going through my papers. Let's use this one that my daughter Gretchen made. We'll use it and we'll make a bead. So you can just do like a triangle if you want to. Not a triangle, a rectangle. So you can cut it this long like this. And of course I'm going to cut this white off of there. Now I think you can rip the papers too, so you have more of a different edge. You can use like those scissors that have different designs. You could do that. There are so many things you could do with these beads, or, you know, making the beads. So many ways you can make them, I'll say. So it's up to you, like how you want your beads to look. So, of course, I did not cut any of this straight because I never do. And I'm just gonna go for it here. Let's find my little wooden thing. Alright, so just get it on there, and I'm going to get some Mod Podge, put it on. That's just kind of how I do it. Of course, you could actually make jewelry with these beads, or you could, actually these would be pretty like glued on something like a mixed media type thing. I don't know, there's so many things you could do with them, so I'm just gonna, as you see, just roll this up. Make sure there's enough Mod Podge on there to make sure it stays. Now, like I did not do this, you know, straight and cut it with a ruler or a paper cutter or something, so it's not perfect, but I don't mind. But I did actually try to earlier when I made one. I just wanted to see if you could. I made like a rectangle one. There was a little bit of stuff on the sides, like I didn't like the way it looked, and I took my scissors and I just kind of snipped the very edge off, and it worked fine. And I just kind of pinched it back into, you know, place. So here is another one. I hope you can see it. Like I said, most people probably let them dry before they take them off, but I'm not most people. I always do things weird. So I'm going to get this thing off of here in a second. Maybe. Yeah, we'll get it. I actually haven't had a problem like where I messed up my bead getting it off before. I maybe made this one tighter. So let's get this thing. Oh my goodness. Come on, bead. Okay, we got it. If you mess up the edge, like I just did, that's okay too. I am not worried about it. I snipped it and it will be fine. So here, put a little bit more Mod Podge right on the edge. Make sure it stays. So there we go. It will be fine. And here is my little bead. So I'm going to stick that over there. Now, the next one, I'll use a toothpick. Let me see here. Here's a jelly print that I made. Reminds me of spring or Easter time. So we're just going to, I'm going to do like the long triangle, I believe. Okay, and now of course I'm going to snip these white edges off here. I hope you all are having a great day so far. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I appreciate it. I usually don't say it, but if you have not subscribed, I would love it if you would do so and join our little community here on my channel. I have so many wonderful crafty friends. I'm very blessed. And I would love for you to join us. And please, if you don't mind, I would love it if you like the video, if you would give it a thumbs up. That would be awesome. Okay, so I'm going to use a toothpick for this one. I'm going to start rolling. This one's going to be bigger and like longer than the others, and it's going to have a smaller, you know, middle because I'm using a toothpick. So I got to get this started. Just take me a second here. Now, I did not have this much trouble earlier when I did it. Sorry, I hope I've been in frame. Sometimes I forget to make sure that I am. Okay, so I think I've got it started finally. There we go. So I'm going to put some glue on here. Well, Mod Podge, but you can use glue. We're going to roll it. there's lots of Mod Podge on here already, and I'm just kind of making sure it goes all the way around, all over here. But here's the next bead, and I'm just going to stick it in this little egg carton like that to dry. Hopefully you can see that. So there's another one. So it's just fun, something different to do, you know, just you can use whatever paper you want to use. You can use scrapbook paper, you can use book pages, you can use junk mail, you can use newspaper, so whatever paper you want to use. Alright, so I'm going to use some of this one. I think I like the long triangles better. Can't remember if I said that or not. Goodness. Okay, so we've got a big long triangle here. This one's actually quite big. Maybe I should make it a little smaller right here. Okay, so not going for perfection, just having fun. All right, we got it started. I'm going to get some Mod Podge. If you've never made beads before, paper beads, you should give it a try because it's actually a lot of fun and it's super easy, and I like easy things. You don't have to think too much about it. This one's looking pretty cool. All right, so last of the glue on here. Now I'm just going to keep rolling. And now we've got a big, long, pretty jelly print painty paper bead. Hopefully you can see it. So please be sure to go and check out Mrs. Gigi and Sylvia D's videos. I'm sure they're going to do something great with beads. Don't know what it is, so I'm excited to watch. And I hope you all have a wonderful day and evening, and I will be back with another video tomorrow. My Create with MH with Mrs. Gigi. So that's going to be fun. And I will see you all then. Bye.